I'm gonna show you why the Democrats, liberal, progressive, are trying to destroy the electoral college, and some of you brainwashed college students is so dumb and ignorant to follow it and not understand history. The electoral college is set up to protect smaller states. So these Democrats are trying. I'll show you the video to explain it a little bit more better to you college students. You Democrats, liberal, progressive, you already know. And to the rest of you people, this is the main reason they want. So you stay in Ohio, you want. I'm just gonna show you the video.
After winning a war for their independence, colonists weren't about to surrender their newly won power and freedom. But one has to remember, when America was being formed, it was basically 13 sovereign entities coming together to form a nation, and each one of those entities had to be respected. Those cursing the creators of the Electoral College should remember the tough sales job the founders had.
They forget that they had to get agreement of all the states in order to form this union, and part of that agreement was how we came up with a system to elect people.
Political commentator Rich Kelsey says this system makes a presidential candidate have to win the states, not just individual voters. That ensures less populated states have a voice.
The Electoral College was one of the ways they came up with to make sure that small states had the same type of say in who you picked as a national leader.
Elections expert Hans von Spakovsky.
If you go back to the framers, they wanted an electoral college because they wanted to create a balance between the heavily populated and less populated areas of the country. And they were afraid that if the president's elected by a national popular vote, the candidates will only go to the big cities. They would ignore the rural areas, you know, the places that folks in New York call flyover country.
And then you have to worry about, well, is the president making national policy based only upon what the people of California want, what the people of Florida want, right? How about the folks up in Alaska? How about the folks in Montana?
So are Democrats like Senator Barbara Boxer trying to kill the Electoral College just because they think it's undemocratic?
Let's not pretend that this is some great effort to increase democracy. This is an effort to win elections. And right now, today, the progressives believe scrapping the Electoral College is the best way for their movement to win more elections.
They want a president who will be elected by the big urban centers that they control and where they have the most voters. You know, New York City, Los Angeles, places like that, so that they don't have to listen to what the rest of normal America says.
And if opponents really believe the Electoral College is undemocratic, does the U.S. Senate have to go too? Because the House of Representatives is a truly democratic institution, but each state, no matter how big or small, gets the same amount of senators.
40 million people in California get 2 senators. 580,000 people in Montana get 2 senators. The system was designed to give equal weight to the states.
Both Kelsey and von Spakovsky say this particular presidential election shows the fairness of institutions like the Electoral College. Kelsey points out with just a popular vote, Trump could have won 49 states and still have lost.
But the state of California, he loses by 4 million votes and therefore isn't president.
And von Spakovsky says Clinton's support was mostly restricted to big cities in just a few states.
The whole rest of the country voted for Trump. In fact, I think you could drive from the East Coast to the West Coast and from the northern border to the southern border and never go through a county that voted for Hillary Clinton.
And so that's why several hundred electors are picking the president on December 19th and not we the people back on November 8th. Paul Strand, CBN News, reporting.